السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. تجربتنا اليوم مختلفة تماماً من أكثر بحيرة متجمدة في شمال السويد من اريوبلوغ، مكان الاختبارات السرية اللي بيطوروا فيه كل الأنظمة تاعت الأمان وتاعت الانزلاقات وأنظمة الأمان المتقدمة جداً من أراضي مرسيدس، مع تجربة للجي إلكتريك، سيارة الجي كلاس النسخة الكهربائية بالكامل. بس ما راح أجربها أنا، راح تجربها معي السيد أولا كولينز، السي او تبع مرسيدس. هو راح يخبرنا عن أبرز الأشياء اللي بتميز الجي إلكتريك. خليكم معي.
Welcome to the Mercedes testing grounds.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're in, as you know, we're in ArabGT. This is just south of the Arctic Circle. We come here every winter and have been doing so for decades. Because for us, where we are located, there's no better place in the world to make the cars even safer. So the ESP, the Electronic Stability Program, we test all our vehicles here. And you can create all sorts of surfaces with different levels of friction, from Bambi on ice, where it's so slippery that you can almost not control it, to higher friction. And fine-tune. Safety is in the DNA of Mercedes, as you know.
Yes.
And we were the original company that started developing these assistant systems, which are like your little angels in the background. Yeah. Should you need them, God forbid, if you're in a situation, you're very happy that they're there, and you're happy that the engineers drive millions of kilometers making sure that everything is perfect. Today, with the electric G, G goes electric. The icon from 1979 steps into a whole new world, and we're going to try it here on different dynamic surfaces and see what the car can do.
Amazing. And this is with the G going electric. We're not talking about a different car. It's just an enhancement compared to the G-Wagon family.
Yeah, we have with this new generation, we have done a whole range of updates to the G, the whole lineup of the G that is being launched here in the
whether the AMG or whether
AMG, the Mercedes G, this electric G. So every one of the Gs, they get a complete technical upgrade. But it's the very first time we're doing an electric G with a dedicated, specifically developed powertrain just for this vehicle. So now we're on a lake, we're on ice here.
Frozen lake.
Yeah, frozen lake, yeah, thank goodness. And you can see I'm in sport mode, and I'm driving now on a dynamic circle here. And I'm going...
Almost 100.
Almost, yeah. No, I'm crossing 100. And even though I'm on the border of what the grip, can you see how stable this car is? It's just amazing. I'm going to push it now a little bit. Now I'm up at 112, yeah. Starting to get a little bit of a drift. But the electronics takes care of it. 4 individual electric motors. And because you can with software, and I think this is the big difference going electric, you can control it down to the last millimeter. It is absolute perfect torque and traction control.
Because it's electric.
Because it's electric, and every wheel
it has its own
has its own motor that powers it. So, I mean, it's like I could be drinking a cup of scorching hot tea, having a conversation with a nice gentleman as yourself.
Thank you. While we're doing this.
While we're doing this.
Usually with ICE engine, it will be more trickier.
It would be a bit more tricky, although the ESP systems, the assistance systems, are essentially the same, but the precision of those electric motors and the ability to control it with software, I think, is unique for the electric. Now we're literally going to go on slippery ice. So here we had some friction, as you could feel, but I'm on ice.
Like
I mean, this is
ice.
Like the Disney movie Bambi on ice. You're and here, of course, you can see that I literally have almost no grip, but I am still and I'm going 60 kilometers an hour, I'm still controlling this vehicle.
To go left and right.
Yeah, going on this surface here. Back out again to the
Normal
surface.
eyes.
But I'm going to do a little experiment here with you. You have these different drive programs. So I'm going to go on rock. The reason why I'm going on rock now is because I'm turning ESP off.
Okay.
So
Completely off.
yeah, completely off. So now I'm going to go, it's only the steering wheel, my gas pedal, brake and everything. I'm going solo. The electronic assistant is now off. And I'm going to try to attempt doing the same thing. So even though I have now turned it off, and yes, of course, I have to control the drift. Can you feel how stable this vehicle is?
I'm really impressed with the dampers, how they're balancing the car so quickly.
Yeah. So here, of course, the driver's skill has to step in and take over. But even still, the chassis of this vehicle is so well balanced. It is incredible. And we're going to try something. I'll go out. We're going to try something. Another feature, a unique feature of this vehicle, the G-turn.
I wanted to ask you about the G-turn.
Yeah,
since
you might have seen it on
I've seen it on videos.
on a YouTube video or something.
But I've never experienced it from inside the car.
Yeah, now we're going to do it.
Amazing.
Yeah. And the G-turn, why can you even do that? Is because with an electric motor, you can propel the wheel forwards or backwards at will. So the G-turn is based upon the fact that you can have two wheels going forward and two wheels going backward.
Yes.
So
at the same time.
At the same time. So on a surface where you have a little bit lower friction, I'll just find a spot up here. You can turn on the spot, and we're going to give that. A go. So now let's see if we can get this right here. Going to the G-turn mode, into low range. So I pull the pedal. Are you ready? Let's go.
Whoa. You only use the paddles. You don't use...
No, I push the gas.
You push the... Okay.
And here you go.
And wow.
Is that crazy or what? Yeah. So there's the G-turn for you.
When you use the paddles right or left, it's based on where you want to lift it, like to the right side.
So if you push the right pedal, if you push the other pedal, you go in the other direction.
And you keep going, doing it like more than one time?
Yes, you can
or
do it.
Or it will give you like a restriction?
You cannot do it forever, but we did almost a lap and a half now. Yeah. For sure, that is a very cool feature. But another feature that comes with it, which is extremely important if you're going for some serious off-roading in tight spots. I had the chance to drive this car up and down the legendary Schöckel Mountain, which is the mountain right next to Graz where this vehicle is being developed and built. And they have some serious off-roading on that track. And we were going through spots where you're literally going almost like 90 degrees around the corner. You have to go around a tree. You can then push this button and you get an assisted turn. So I want to go here, but I want to go 90 degrees in that direction. I position the car, put the assisted turn, and through the electric motor, they just move the car in position. And you continue.
So it will move the rear wheel.
It would move the rear out for you. And if you would have a normal car, you would have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So that feature of the G-turn has a very clear and advantageous function for heavy off-roading. And because of the precision, again, back to the software controlling every wheel, feeling the traction, it's so precise. Anybody could do it.
And it's with buttons and having it implemented inside the menu, you don't need to be a professional anymore.
No.
It's like you click on it and it will help you out. It will do the whole thing for you.
Here, just a leisurely slalom, just going through the cones here. And I'm even doing this one-handed here now.
Huh. Oh wow.
We can go over to the handling track and maybe do a lap here. No, anybody could do it. It's. I joked to a friend. My mother could do this, and I don't want to suggest that my mother is not a good driver.
Yeah.
She is a better driver than I am. She has had a 50+ year record of no accidents.
Wow.
So, but it is literally that easy. It's that easy. It takes away. It takes away any one of your potential fears here. So here we have a nice little handling track, and you can see that it's quite narrow. But here you're going and very slippery surface. But easy to control. Go into the corners.
With the driving modes, it's still equipped. The electric G, it's still equipped exactly like the other trims. Like you have the sport.
You have the sport. You have the comfort. You have the heavy off-roading. All of those modes that you're used to.
I don't know if the engineers have done some testing in our region, since we usually it's more into a very soft sand in the desert.
And I'm sure they have, because I mean Mercedes go through millions of kilometers of testing, and you have to do everything here. Up in the north of Sweden, it's perfect because you can prepare all these different surfaces on the frozen lakes to exactly the level of friction that you want, and you do that assistant system ESP calibration. But we go into extreme heat, into the desert extreme heat, 50 degrees plus.
So batteries,
so that everything
electric,
from more than plus 50 to minus 30 here, every Mercedes has to go through that
to make sure that in terms of any
that it
there's
works,
no
that
issues,
it works in all conditions, and especially a car like the G. It is the go anywhere car, the ultimate freedom, the ultimate adventure vehicle, with also underneath to protect the battery a carbon fiber underbody that is extremely hard, extremely sturdy. If you hit a rock or something,
nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen.
And I believe all the batteries are already equipped with heater or cooler system, where even if it's a very high conditioner weather, immediately it will cool the batteries down.
Exactly. You have to condition the batteries to have it in the right operating temperature. All of that, but also condition it for charging, so you can charge very fast. All of these things.
But usually when someone is changing, like doing off-roading, the batteries will consume more.
Well, it depends. When I was going up and down the Schöckel, if you go downwards, you're recuperating.
You're gaining energy.
So you're gaining, going downwards, you're gaining energy.
Yes.
Yeah, so off-roading, I felt I was quite impressed by, how well that worked.
أتمنى تكون التجربة أعجبتكم. بصراحة شفتوا زي ما سمعتوا كيف السيد أولا كولينز السي او تبع مرسيدس أعطانا نبذة عن المعلومات. لا تفوتكم كمان مقابلتي مع السيد أولا، رح أحط لكم إياها هلا بالرابط بالأعلى. مقابلة جميلة جدا، تحدثنا أنا وياه، خضنا حوار جدا جميل على مستقبل شركة مرسيدس بالتفصيل. شكرا لكم، شكرا لمشاهدتكم، السلام عليكم.